Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Steel Tarot. Today, I'm going to do a Law of Attraction Tarot reading. So, while I shuffle the cards, I want you to take a moment to think about something that you strongly desire. What's something that you really want in your life, whether it be a relationship, some sort of a new job, some other financial related thing, or independence. Think about the what you truly desire, but also think about like what the root cause is, or the root desire is, I should say. So if you're desiring like a lottery win, or something else like along that line, oftentimes what you're desiring is like financial freedom. So that's kind of how you should think about it, or how you can think about it. I'm not going to tell you how you should and shouldn't think about things, but think of something you truly desire. And like I said, it could be a partner, it could be a new job, it could be a home, it could be a vacation, it could be something simple, like, a whole new outfit that you've been looking for and haven't found. So think about that for a moment. We're going to pull a couple of cards, and we'll pull some clarifiers if we need to. Okay, so the first card is what's preventing us from aligning with what we desire. So we're going to look at that. So it's the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And then how can we align better with our true desire? So we have the Six of Wands. And then what's something we can do to allow in and attract something we desire? We have the Queen of Pentacles. And then lastly, why should we feel confident in our journey to receiving? So we have the Hermit. Okay, so interesting. I like this. Okay, so hopefully you've thought of something you desire. So kind of like what's preventing you from getting there? The Knight of Swords. This could be too much thinking in your head, but it could also be moving too quickly too. It could be not necessarily thinking. Have you really stopped and thought about like truly what it is that you desire? So you need to be very, very clear. The Law of Attraction, whether it's Neville, whether it's, Abraham Hicks, whomever, they all talk about being very, very clear what you want. So the Knight of Swords, I kind of get somebody who's moving very quickly, has some great ideas, but maybe hasn't thoroughly thought them through. So that could be kind of holding you back from achieving like really what you wanted, what you think you might really want. So just think about, I think, meditate, spend some time thinking and writing. Pull out a notebook and write down kind of like what exactly it is that you desire, and kind of what it looks like to you, what it means to you, and then kind of describe it in as much detail as you possibly can. That'll definitely help. So then as we move on into the next card here, we have the Six of Wands. So this is kind of like aligning more with like what you desire, right? So this, the Six of Wands is kind of all about like recognition and gratitude and appreciation. So it could be like maybe you've come a long way. So maybe like if you're searching for, a new job, for example, maybe, you need to kind of take a look at like, well, some of the jobs you've had, maybe the job you have is pretty good. And a lot of people would really be very glad and happy to have that job. So that could be something to kind of think about is give yourself the appreciation for how far you've come. Be very mindful of that. And when you express that gratitude, you'll see how far you've come, and you'll actually get further. So I think definitely give yourself credit for where you are today. What happens is, I think, is that we kind of get used to whatever we have, and then we kind of lose sight of the fact that this at one point, what you have today, the job that you have today might have been a desired state. It might have been a tremendous achievement for you. It might have been something that was terribly, I don't want to say terribly, it could have been like a significant challenge. So I definitely want to acknowledge and kind of pat yourself on the back for a moment and just say, hey, I've made it this far. I can make it further. There are many people who haven't made it as far as me. So I think that's definitely something we all need to do sometimes too, right? Because we do lose sight of the wonderful things, people, experiences, and things that we've got in our life and how we've come to achieve those. So the Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who is very entrepreneurial, very successful. Like, the Queen she's done quite well. She has got a lot of money. She has been quite successful in that endeavor. And I feel like she's also she's also like a very good like caretaker. So like the queens in general, they are more motherly in nature. So as far as like what you can do, this could also be kind of like maybe in sharing like share whatever it is that you can with others, and kind of share the wealth, so to speak. It just kind of comes to mind. is when you share things with other people, that does help spread the joy and can actually bring you quite a bit of a joy too. So, whether or not it's something you've got an experience that you can kind of share with some junior folks on the job or an intern, or if this is something like you could share, something with somebody who's coming into your job. Maybe part of it could be too is we make room for something new if when we start cleaning out and training. So what's coming to my mind is I'm thinking about an instance where somebody might want a job, right? And so what this card is signifying to me is if you can start sharing and training other folks to take on your job, you're kind of preparing yourself to move out of that role. And so it's allowing yourself to kind of grow and develop, but also training others and enabling others to move into your role. So it's like if we hold on too tight, if we don't want to let people into our personal lives, into our love lives, into our jobs, we kind of can't really hold the universe accountable for not delivering what we have asked for, right? Because we just haven't allowed. So this is like what I'm getting from this is train others to do what you do. If you're thinking about a job, this could also be like letting love in, like let people in, let people share the abundance and the warmth and the wealth that you have. Queens have a lot to share. And I think that this queen, she's got money, and so there's definitely a money focused here. But if I kind of look at it more broadly, I think it is about kind of like letting people in and letting yourself kind of like share some of the wealth and abundance with people. Okay. And so why should you feel confident in your journey here? Because, the hermit has gone within. Like this is like, so within, so within, so without, so to speak. Just kind of comes to my mind here. And so I think remember, the law of attraction says we get what we are. So, I think that the hermit has gone within. Like, so you can kind of go within and you've got everything you need within you. And focus on like what you are. Like, what are you? If you are largely successful, if you are, valued and appreciated. So think about your affirmations too, right? What affirmations? Affirmations, remember, these are statements that we say in the present tense. I am valued and appreciated. I am, exploring new ideas and opportunities every day. That kind of thing. I am in a wonderful relationship, because remember, we get what we are and not what we want. So when you focus on that, it definitely puts it into the present tense. So there's a lot of Neville Goddard work and others that have done a lot into affirmations and the importance of using them in the present tense. So the hermit, like why you should have confidence in your journey is like this. You've kind of gone within, like you probably have done some introspection. So maybe this is signifying like you're gonna get there. Like maybe you were kind of quick, and that's kind of held you back in the past, and not really thinking through specifically what it is that you want. But the hermit is like done some introspection. He's on a journey, and this is taking some time out. So this is the importance. This is like why you should have confidence in it, because it sounds like you probably dedicated the time to kind of take that time out and to focus on yourself, to allow yourself to meditate, to get into quiet states of periods of gratitude and appreciation, to think about truly what it is that makes you happy and what would you like in your life and why. I think the why is the important thing. Remember, it's about, when we talk about the law of attraction, we want to think about the what and the why, not the how and the when, because how and when are largely out of our control. But if we can be very clear on the how and the why and the what, then you can start building up some of that emotional momentum. And the emotional momentum will make you feel good, right? Think about it. That's what the manifestation is. That's truly what you wanted to capture, is the emotional state of having whatever it is, whether it be a brand new car, whether it be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a job or a vacation house, or maybe it's just something like, hey, it's just a vacation. I was reading on Twitter, there was a whole chain of people who have been like, I've manifested great food lately. I've had some great, Oreo cheesecake. I think I saw somebody said I was craving McDonald's. I thought about it, and then it came right, someone brought it over. So your manifestations, we're manifesting all the time. The question is, are you manifesting in a conscious manner? Are you focusing and going within to understand truly what it is that you desire, and you're conscious and aware of your thoughts? So again, I think as I'm continuing to look at this card, I think that why you should have confidence is that what this is telling me is that maybe you're getting to a point where you're increasingly more self-aware. You are more self-aware of your thoughts and your feelings. And the more self-aware we can be, the sooner we can identify a thought or a feeling doesn't feel good to us and doesn't align with what we desire. And we can kind of shut it down. We can kind of say, nope, that's not me anymore. And so that's a huge development. That is a tremendous skill. I think it takes time to kind of build that up, because oftentimes we think the same thoughts and we're not always aware of the thoughts that we're thinking, and we don't even realize sometimes we don't feel like good thinking them. So anyway, I hope this is very helpful. Again, a lot of themes around law of attraction. I think you should definitely, like I said, take some time. You've got all the power in the world to kind of go through this. I just gave you some very good ideas, I think, on what's holding you back, what you can do to kind of, what will propel you forward, how you can go about doing that, what's something you might want to do, and then why you should have some confidence in your abilities to manifest whatever it is you desire. Drop any questions or comments down below. I'd love to hear them, love to read them. Any additional ideas or thoughts you have for future readings would be amazing as well. And have a wonderful day.